Hello again, my friends, and welcome back to the second episode of my Iron Man rebuild. Starting off this episode, I want to give a huge thank you for all of you guys watching. The support on that upload was crazy. Even after all this time, you guys welcomed me back with open arms, and I just cannot thank you guys enough for that. All those comments made me feel incredibly good about posting. It seems like you guys enjoyed this new series I'm doing, so I was super stoked to hear that. And then now, with all the free time I have, I just cannot wait to pump out more content for you guys. So without further ado, let's get into the second episode of my Iron Man rebuild. I hope you guys enjoy. Forgive me, Father, for I have skilled. So during the last episode, I had a lot of mobile time, I already said that. So I AFK'd stars. I have 37,000 stardust. This was an incredibly long trim requirement, I give you that. But I am able to now buy every single thing from the store. Am I? Yes, I am. Yeah. So let's buy everything, and we have completed the shooting star trim damn it! Trim requirement. Yes. So that's good. Something crazy is I do so many wilderness events, these special ones, and you guys probably don't see any of it because well, there's a weapon, but yeah, like this clip I wouldn't have ever used if had I not gotten that annihilation. But it seems still the cores are incredibly rare, just like they were back in the day when I last played. So not much to show for these, but I'm still very active about them. I am making myself some runes for PVM, and I just found I found this thread. I think that is part of the 110 rune crafting, obviously, but I don't have the 100 thread that I need to make the new pouch anyway, so the game's trying to get me to play that new patch, but I'm not playing that. The time has come, my friends. After this relaxing soak in the spa pool, it is time we try out Rasial. I cannot believe I'm feeling anxious about trying this. It's been so long since I last did some actual PVM that I don't know how this will go. Let's see how long it takes us to get our first kill. And I will be using a Hellhound. Yes, I need that safety net. I really do. Okay, a lot of food went into my mouth, of course, but it's the first kill. It's what counts. And the anxiety is off. Let's start grinding this. Oh, let's not forget, before we start this grind, I'm only 3 kills in now. Let's check our KC so we know how to keep count. Okay, let's just start there. 1525. And I just noticed I never had the crown in 1.5k KC. So this time better be different. Hold on. A little break from all the PVM because I just ended up reading something from the 120 rune crafting. Okay, I want to see what this is about. The advanced time. It can be used for archaeology, player-owned ports, miscellanea, Anachronia base camp, POF, the Ark, red sandstone, and crystal sandstone. You can move time forward by 24 hours in all of these activities, so that means if I have adolescent dinos here, I use it on the ranch. See, I get all the breeding is happening, and these guys should now be adults. Oh my god, now my farm will be even more powerful. This is amazing. And obviously, if you do any of those other activities, then those will be super helpful for you. Especially, I can think of something for the trimmers, like ports, for example. You want to speed that process up, so that will be just crazy for that. Oh my god. Really? The first item is a rope top. The first item is a rope top, baby. Just had to get a few kills in before I leave for the day, and that is... Where did we start? There's like 13 kills in, right? Now I get the rope top. Oh, baby. But, wait, I don't get the set bonus until I get 2 pieces. So how about we hold off on using this before we get the second piece? Is that... Am I stupid? Always looking for the best thing to do with my mobile time, which I have a lot of now. Abyssal beasts, these marvelous creatures, are feeding me so much GP. I already got like 25 mil pure cash from here. All that pure essence, onyx bolts, herb supplies, Gren walls for extreme range pots if I need to make more overloads. Just all this good stuff. You also get a lot of dragon stones and elite clues if I ever want to do some cluing. This place, 5 out of 5 for AFK. Well, this is a grind you only had to do maybe once a year. I think I only did this once in my entire Iron Man career before getting these vines for the Juju farming pots. So that's now done. I'll make them just in case I want to do some herb runs. And now we have 500 herb runs worth of Juju farming pots. Now, do you even need to do herb runs anymore because you get herbs from everywhere it seems? I don't know. I don't know. That is actually a huge CERN spirit, because now I can make Landadime sticks to make my overloads and whatnot last longer. Because I had no U-logs previously, but now I do. We have a question from the audience here. Why are you doing Gate of Elidinus? Well, my dear friend, I'm doing this because it's just nice to relax every now and then and just do something very chill like this. And I enjoy this quite a bit. I'll have to do it eventually anyway, so why not now, when I need the supplies? Ah yes, Lanthanime sticks. We cut some U-logs to some sticks, we add some infernal ashes, which are very easy to come by nowadays because of wilderness events. And then to these bad boys, we add some lanthanimes. And once we have added the lanthanimes, we can use them. So we overload, then, well, that gives you the overload, which gives you the maximum potency, is that the right thing? And then it increases your overload duration up to 8 minutes. That is just such a beauty to have on Iron Man. That means we need to do less herb lore. Yes. Also huge for aggression pots, because holy aggro overloads, we all know getting those ashes from lava strikes is a pain in the bum for aggro pots, so it works for these as well. I know that most of you guys probably know these things, and we have done these in the past as well, but I thought this time with my series I would go for a more informative route, because not everybody knows all the ups and downs and tips and tricks with these things. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of this approach. I want to thank the guy in my comments who told me to put the Necromancy Master Cape into my Max Cape, because currently I have a range cape in here, which I don't range. Why do I need that? So let's put the Necromancy Master Cape in there. And now I have a 10% chance to not drain runes when using lesser or greater bone shield. So let's save some runes, boys. What in the world is that? Skekka's Hypno Wand. Focus. That's for the hunter thing. But that's no jail cell key. I don't want that. Gathering up some supplies for when I have time to PBM. I want to absolutely camp out of Rasial for hours and hours and hours. So I made some bit pots, some lanthanum sticks, and some Vuln bombs. Last time I played this account, I was very cheap about my Vuln bombs. But I'm trying to change my habits this time around. It was very hard to come by some crushed nests for the brews for these bit pots, because I haven't done any arch glazer this time around. So I didn't have thousands upon thousands of crushed nests, but these should be nice for the last phase of Rasial. I can just pop a bit pot and reflect and tank the lightning. And now that I did some skilling here, I can get some rested XP into agility. Yeah. Wanna know something weird that happened last night? This is nothing to do with the video really. I had a dream that I just like opened my bank and I had all my rune pouches. Just made me think about it just now, because I have no rune pouches to like get tellies for farming runs and whatnot. Ew, look at this. Look at this. Ew, just this is an accident. This is an accident. 150 mil mining. Ugh, that is disgusting. Let's make a huge ring for skilling, the Moonstone ring. Enchant that for a ring of imbuing, and when rune crafting, 10% additional runes. How good is that? However, I'm not sure if this ring works with the necromancy runes. If anyone knows, please let me know in the comments. Well, I am getting some progress here on the account. No luck on Rasial yet, but I'm doing some of this skilling boss. That's 100 gate cleansed. Prepping for some more Rasial, and I had to do some Glacier so I can get these when pages, because this is my only book. Well, apart from scripture. I could use the full book. I think that should be pretty good as well, but ain't no way I'm doing Zuck for more pages for that thing. We are now at 200 kills of Rasial since we started. If I recall correctly, that we started at 1525 roughly, so 200 kills in with one drop. We didn't get spooned. How unfortunate. And it's a piece of the outfit that gives me so much more motivation. We now have two piece. The kills are starting to get a bit boring for me, and that is because I am using the Equilibrium aura, which prevents you from critically striking. So the kills don't vary at all. I think crits add a nice layer to PvM where you can just pop off randomly, and without that, every kill is just the same. It's always the same rotation over and over again. It is very consistent, but it's also very boring. Yes, living remnants. My plan is working. That should be some undead components so I can get my perks off this body. Could this actually be so easy to get? Let's see. Oh, that's so free. There's my undead components. I was scared I would have to do rots or something for it, but that's so easy. Let's get this gear upgrade. Augmenter on the rope top of the first necromancer. And let's get the perks with the separator from the death dealer top. Pow. Of course I lose the separator. I always lose it. That's so annoying. But let's put the perks on there. We now had 2 piece of the, what do you call this outfit? 2-piece necromancer, I guess. And now we get a, per piece worn, increase the basic attack damage of your conjured spirits by 7%. That is huge. And the reason I use the separator is maybe I want to do like some kind of a scavenging top out of this, maybe. If you guys have any ideas for a use for this tier 90, do let me know. I got another offering. That's so bad. That's so bad. Just to give a little update on the Gate of Elidinus, we are now at 141. And my Dowser, I need you so much, Dowser. I cannot do divination without that. No way. Why did I get another one of these stupid things? I hate this place. This is my fourth one. What's my case? I just checked it. 158 now. I have 4 offerings and no Dowser. Welcome to the part of the video that you all have been waiting for, the skilling section. In today's episode, I want to do some work on getting my trim back. So we will be working on getting this hatchet to the newest, is it tier 99 hatchet? I already made this from the Imkando hatchet just by talking to this guy. He gave me a piece for it, I think, if I recall correctly. Then I went over to that mountain, went down that little hole, and talked to the dwarf. So now I am able to upgrade this into the tier 99. For this hatchet, we need to take a piece from, where is it? There, looks like. Easy peasy, there it is. And now we need to get the vine. And there it is, this is my third idol. We got the tensile vine. Got some good woodcutting XP out of that. Now we need a moonstone. Oh, this is actually a spoiler. Well, this is from all the Gate of Elidinus I've done. There's a decent chunk of stuff there, but let's take the moonstone we need for this axe. Now, I think we need to talk to this guy again. I thought I already did, but it seems... yeah, we need to do that again. We have 2 ensouled moonstones. Why do we have 2? Because we also need 1 eventually for the pickaxe upgrade. Now then, we need 100 of each of the wood spirits to turn this ensouled moonstone into something that you use for the axe. Now this is a bit of a problem. I already did a decent bit of the Lumbridge Catacomb monsters, as you can see, for the oak and wood spirits. And then from general PVM, I've gotten a decent bit of these already. However, we have none of the teak or magic ones. We're still missing some of the Eternals, Acadia. Maybe we're missing a lot of them, okay? So I think my plan could be to go through some of these first, like 100 Elder logs, for example, with the Superior Tree Shaking Scrimshaw, should give me some of the spirits I need. So I think that's what we are starting up with. And once we have used the ones that we have, then we will go out of our way to kill specific monsters to try and get the rest of the wood spirits. Managed to score a raid with some Finnish fellas. Let's see if we can get some of the magic stone spirits from Yakamaru. That would be amazing. Nothing from BM, but let's see. Yes, magic stone. No, magic wood spirits. That's huge. That's huge. With the wood spirits that we had in bank, we managed to complete oak, mahogany, yew, and elders. Now let's find out some methods to get me wood spirits, willow spirits, teak, maple, acadia, and that kind of stuff. Well, that wasn't the most fun experience of my life, but look at all those spirits. We have the Willow and Teak ones we need. Also, what is up with this? Look, 9,000 a pop for a Willow Wood Spirit. Low levels. This moneymaker might make you a millionaire. Well, that was very easy. We now have the Maple Spirits as well. Just came to these rare over here. This was the longest one of them all. Acadia Wood Spirits from Ankus. We didn't quite have enough of the Magic Wood Spirits from raids, so I just came here to these Kadarn Rangers, and that's now done. Yes, increase the capacity of your wood box by cutting 100 of each of the listed logs, and we now have the Spirit Moonstone wood. Now we need to go and chop the new Eternal Magic trees for these Animus. Let's go! These are pretty, and then you get the buff if you follow the light. You get 6% XP when a log is obtained, 4% chance to obtain Bird's Nest, 4% two per, yeah, whatever, perfect cuts occur too, yeah, that's nice. Now, we won't get into this in this episode, but then there's the achievement for completions where you need to upgrade these to all the way up to like Mark 5, I think, but let's not get into that now. It's all a bit much for me. Just completed. Everything is still tremendous. Increase the capacity for woodbox by cutting Eternal Magic logs. That's another completionist requirement, I think. I think I should have all of them now. For some reason they were sent to the bank though. Yes, there it is. We have 10 of the anima. Do I just absorb it now? Okay, we have everything. Come on, Romarno. I have your pie. I have your money. Let me make my Hatchet of Bloom and Blight. Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. Take the override off because this thing is actually pretty beautiful. Look at that. It even has a little effect on it. Oh, that's looking powerful. By the way, I am 78.6 million woodcutting XP, so with this thing, I might eventually go up to 120. Well, there we have it. That is 200 Gate of Alidinis completed. No, you're trolling. You're trolling. Well, 200 gate, no drops yet. That is kinda unfortunate, but I'm not complaining too much. I'm getting so much divination XP out of this. I am 97.5 mil. I just got a back-to-back. If we keep on grinding this boss in the next episode, we definitely have to get that tier 99 pickaxe. I really want that thing. So that's one thing we'll do in the next episode. Look at those offerings. Ew. But this is the loot for a little bit over 200 KC here. That is looking pretty juicy. Lots of good alks there. Those seeds are very useful, and then some energies, because I'm really low on divine charges all of the time, because I don't have a dowser, by the way. And those pages will be incredibly useful if we get that book for some skilling. Well, folks, that is it for this second episode of the rebuild. Kind of a long one again, I know. But if you made it this far, you're an absolute beast. I really appreciate you. Doing a bit of a showcase on what we achieved in this episode. So we got 2-piece Rasial. I'm really proud of that. Going to push for at least one more piece in the next episode. I think that's achievable. So I AFK'd a lot of the Abyssal... Where the Savages or Beasts? I cannot remember. But I got tons of essence from there. Really good for some rune crafting. Need those runes. Obviously you get a lot of Waltz Dragon Stones. Then probably my new favorite AFK activity is swarm fishing. My cooking is very bad, 41 mil, and since I don't have all my raw food from PVM anymore, it's I don't know how I'll ever catch up my cooking to my fishing. My fishing is 58 mil and cooking only 41. So spent a decent chunk AFKing there, 6.5k sales, 2k rocktails, 3k blubbers, really proud of that. Obviously, in the inventory you can see a lot of the dailies I'm still running, POF, Roars, Poison Slime, do my Viswax. The reason I do pulp runs, will I ever use this much pulp? I highly doubt it. But I want to hit 100k primal extract. That's a pretty sick goal I have in mind. The wildy events, we gotta pop those open maybe in the next episode or maybe the one after that. Coconuts, papaya fruits, and poison ivy berries for weapon poison. And I'm really low on adrenaline renewals, so I think that's why I got these papaya fruits. Yeah, I think that's the plan. So much value in golden roses and powders. Then I'm farming yaks and the wools for extreme runecrafting pots. No, the power bursts for runecrafting. I'm doing those. Then we got the tier 99 axe. The magical threads are from doing my daily Wicked Hood runs. So it's very amazing how much of these threads you can get just passively. I'm getting closer to that expensive pouch. Then with the current Easter event, I've managed to score 4 of these skill pet bunny appearance tokens. If you guys have any idea which ones I should unlock, which one looks the best in your opinion, please do let me know in the comments. And lastly, why not show the total XP? 3586 million. I would really like to have 4 build total XP. That would be a pretty sick milestone, but we're slowly pushing on it. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching another episode of my ramblings. Thank you for making me enjoy this game as much as I do. It is all thanks to you guys watching. And I will see you in the next episode with some more gains. I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.